Over the last 24 hours, there's been ongoing discussion surrounding the voice actor of Kinga from the Amazing Digital Circus. This all initially kicked off with a tweet back at the end of September where a user tried to expose Sean Chiplock for weaponizing his fanbase against minors on the platform. This tweet gained over 8,000 likes and 800,000 views. It details that after Sean was sent death threats from a minor, he quote retweeted the post, in turn sending a lot of backlash from his fanbase to them, because that behavior is generally not tolerated regardless of age. However, after this event, some people weren't particularly supportive of his behavior and went searching through old posts to find anything they could pin him down on instead. This led to a lot of edgy jokes surfacing that, while aren't particularly funny, aren't really worth him losing his job over. Every time people link their alleged evidence to the aforementioned posts, it's always from a private account with no one able to view it, leading to all this being very wishy-washy as no one can actually figure out what's being said or done. Everything I've managed to find so far just boils down to either being unfunny, insensitive, or just blatantly rude. Nothing remotely as extreme as what's detailed in the initial tweet. It's a shame a lot of this is just word of mouth without any actual evidence behind it. It's hard to take any of this particularly seriously when it's obvious none of what he's saying is meant to be thought about that deeply. There's just a very clear personality clash when it comes to the fan base and the artist. A few of the more recent posts gaining traction in the last 24 hours were people just trying to reignite the issue without really providing or adding any worthwhile info to the issue, more so just trying to collect their free internet points off of the current thing. There's a lot of speculation surrounding whether or not he'll be recast in the Amazing Circus. I highly doubt anything will happen since it seems this kind of discourse occurs every time he voices a new character, and like all the times before, it'll eventually just die down until whatever he features in next releases. It's unfortunate that every time a new indie project comes out, there always has to be some sort of drama surrounding a minor part of the production. Other projects such as Hazbin, Helluva, and Lackadaisy all suffer from this constant drama cycle that rehashes itself for no apparent reason. At the end of the day, these are professional businesses, and whether or not they decide to keep someone on their production won't be influenced by a random user vague posting on Twitter. So far, Sean and the production haven't yet made a response to the situation, and I imagine it'll probably stay that way, or just be kept to a minimum due to the fact of how little it's worth responding to at this time. To conclude, it all seems pretty overblown without much substance behind it at this moment in time. If these kind of call-out posts are being made, it's always good to take a look into it for yourself instead of taking anything at face value, especially in the whole animation sphere. There seems to be a lot of false info that generally gets spread around for no apparent reason. But that's all I wanted to cover for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.